Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Before we go into the main topic of today's video, I picked up a new Nat 5 with 2 fire scrolls. So you guys know that it's a fire unit. And it was one of my most wanted Nat 5s that I didn't have. For people who watched my very first Summoners War video, it was a mass summoning account on my own account. Sorry, it was a mass summoning video on my own account. And one of my most wanted was on that list. I'm gonna show it to you right now. And that unit is... Where are you? Where are you? Right here. The Belladus. I got the Fire Druid with 2 fire scrolls. It was the scrolls from the Tartarus, right? I forgot what you call it, but yeah, it was that. We got 2 scrolls there. We popped it open because I opened all my scrolls. I couldn't wait, and I got nothing from all the scrolls that I saved up. So I'm not saving up anymore, guys, okay? But I popped the scrolls and I got Belladus. I was so happy, and I really regret that I did not take a video of this, of my reaction when I got it. But then I noticed that my wife was taking a video, so let's go look at my reaction right now. 뭐 아니야 와서 물들이 나서 물들이 와 진짜 2개 가는데 아싸.
그렇게 좋아?
아니 별로 안 좋아. 물들이 나왔어. Even when I look at it right now, it's pretty funny, my reaction. Sorry that it was all in Korean, but I was just going crazy on how I pulled the Fire Druid. But anyways, we got the Belladus. As you can see, it's level 1. I didn't even start building it, but I will be playing with it, and when it is 6 star and with runes, I'll make a video of it and see how I can use them. But one downfall of this unit is that he needs 14 skill ups. So he's a very Devilmon hungry unit. So for me to use him in his full potential, it'll take a while because I still need to Devilmon my Savannah, which also takes like 12-13 Devilmons. I forgot, but a lot. And then I think the next I will do Belladus because we do have the Wind Monkey, but the Wind Monkey, I don't think I'm gonna use him yet. But yeah, anyways, I got the Belladus, so now let's go into the main topic of the video. For today's video, I want to talk about the 3 most, well not the 3 most, but some of the most important things I see in a siege defense. Because I got some comments on my past videos, on my past siege videos, or just past videos in general, where people wanted to know, or people want to see more about siege defense. So today I'm gonna tell you what I think is important in siege defense, what I look at when I'm creating one, and what you guys should follow when you guys are putting up your own defenses, right? Plus, we're going to be roasting our own guild members' defenses because even in my guild, there's a lot of guildmates who have really bad defenses. If you guys see my videos in siege battles, when we take over a tower, I say we have to come back, right? After I fill up this tower, it takes some time filling up a tower because there are so many defenses that we cannot use or is like super weak, so there's even no point of putting that defense up. So I have to look through my guild's defenses to find a viable defense. But anyway, so we're gonna go right into it. We'll be talking about the important things in siege defenses, and then we'll move on, picking out some guildmates' defenses and roasting it on some of the criterias that is not meeting. So let's get right into it. For some people already know or already see it when they look at my siege defense. I think we're gonna take mine as a base point, but if you look at it, there's no defense that has the same element from the tri element. So there's the same you could have the same 2 units that are light or dark element, but then from the tri element, the water, wind, and fire, I never use more than 1 unit for each defense. So from the top, you can see that there is a Commune, Orion, Savannah, which is the fire, water, wind. Boom. right? Everybody is unique in element. The second one, Wind Panda, Fire Fairy King, and Water Beast Monk. Wind, Fire, Water. Tri-element. Boom. Bottom team, the Miho, the Fran, right? And the Ludo. Dark, Light, Fire. Boom. Done. Tri-element. Fire Monkey, Water Druid, and Wind Heart Magician. Fire, Water, Wind. Tri-element. And it keeps going on. Here's one defense that where it's not tri-element, but again, for light and dark, it doesn't have to be tri-element because there is no specific counter element wise where it overpowers one or the other. And you say, oh wait, but dark has an advantage over light, but it's the same way the other way. Light has advantage over the dark, so they just cross each other out. And then you see bottom here again, tri-element, 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 and tri-element. So that's number one. All your defenses should be tri-element, okay? Other than light and dark. Because if you have one element that is overpowering your defense, for example, if it's all water type or if 2 units are water type, the player that's going into your defense has an advantage by bringing in a wind unit. Just by that wind unit, your 2 units have a disadvantage. It's always bad for the defense side because the offense side is not AI. They could choose who to go first. So if they snipe off that 1 unit that's not water, then the only 2 units that are left are the water units, and it's gonna have a really hard time winning against that wind unit that the opponent brings in. Okay, so that's one of the most important things, and that's one of the most common thing that I do not see in Siege defense. There's just much more counters if you have one element in your defense. So just remember that. Second part is kind of different. I think it really depends on what kind of team you bring in, but I think that your defense needs to have a threat. So when I say that, I really don't think that bruiser teams itself are good unless they are on violent, right? Because the bruiser, the name states here, right? The bruisers are a tanky champ that does some damage. But then if it just does some damage, it's not gonna be enough to kill off the opponent's offense. So if you are bringing a bruiser team, I believe that your defense should at least all be on violent, right? Because they should take multiple turns to stack that defense and to kill off a unit. So for my team, for example, this is an example, right? This is a bruiserish team, and these are all on violent. If you look at here, this is Violent Revenge, Violent Blade, and Violent Nemesis. For this defense to work the best, this also should be on violent. This also should be on a crit damage build. However, I just didn't have the runes to do that, so it's just on a tanky build. It's not even really that tanky, and this is the reason why this defense is not doing that well. Same here. This one is a bruiserish defense for my case, but your Elsharion could be on a crit damage build and really strong, so really not be a bruiser team. But it's really hard to get a Elsharion tanky and strong at the same time, so mine is just in a bruiserish build, as you see right here. I'm surprised that it's winning when this is not on violent, because as you can see here, the John is not on violent. But again, it should be on violent. I just didn't have the runes to do that. But really, remember that if it's a bruiserish comp, it should be on violent. This is the perfect example of a bruiser team, right? They are all tanky, but they all bring some damage. The reason why this team is OP is because they also bring a lot of damage when they're a bruiser. They really shouldn't bring so much damage as they do. But Skogul is okay. The way he's built, I get it. He could do a lot of damage if there's less units on the opponent's side, but really if there's all 3 units surviving, he doesn't do like crazy damage, okay? But really these other 2, if they're built on a crit damage build, they could do a lot of damage. And this is why this team is so OP. And this is the perfect example of a bruiser team. And if you don't have it right now, you should build it. Although it's kind of late, we don't know when the balance patch is coming out, but a lot of people are speculating that the balance patch is coming out soon. And a lot of people are expecting a vigor nerf, or I don't know, maybe even a Kamun nerf. I really wish there was no Kamun nerf, but because I have 3, I built 3. Although I don't know if I have the runes for all 3. I have 3. But nonetheless, people are expecting some kind of nerf or some kind of buff in other units where it's easier for them to handle this kind of defense. So it might be a little late to focus this, say, oh, build a Commune Vigorous Gogol. But if you have these 3 units, please do and make this defense and put it up, because it is probably the best working defense right now in Summoners War. Yeah, so those are that's for the Bruisers comps. It all needs to be on violent, right? And this is my best working team. It's a bruiser team. It's all on violent, and it's OP. So there's that. So let's say that if you are going for a snipe, right? Let's say you're contesting speed. Okay, so I'll show you some of the teams for that. One is this. This is contesting for speed. It's not required, but if you want this team to work the best, it should all be on will. But that's really the same for all the siege defenses. So if you can put them all on will, but I guess if you can't, oh well. But really, if you're going for a speed defense, you want a speed lead plus a attack bar booster, and then a unit that has some sort of control or snipe. And you see here that the Orion has the speed buff, the Commune has the speed lead, and then the Savannah has the control plus the snipe, right? She could control using this skill 3, the gigantic roar, and then if she connects with the critical link, she snipes. If she can't, the Commune, again an OP unit, I think personally, can also snipe if it's a crit damage build. This guy's not on a crit damage build, but he does have high crit rate, so he does do damage. So he could kill off a unit maybe if the Savannah does not proc into skill 2. But because she does control and puts a defense break, the Commune could definitely connect. Here, this is not the defense I'm going to talk about, right? Next, I have another one that contests speed right here, right? The Clara defense, which I use a lot in offense as well. The Clara goes first, and then the Galleon follows, and then finally the Miho snipes. There's no attack bar booster here. However, this Clara, okay, I'm gonna blur out the speed, but this Clara stuns, right? So it disrupts the other side's movement. So if it gets some lucky stuns, then you're guaranteed to take next turn, right? Because you want your first round of turns to go before the team goes. That's how these team works, these speed teams. You have to go first. You need to take your round of turns before their team goes. So you want to start by sniping off a unit. Okay, so it's strip stuns, defense breaks, and then the Miho finishes off. So this is the one threat that kills off. Okay. Finally, the last thing you could do is take second turn. Now, second turn is a probably easy defense to make, right? Because you don't have to ruin them on Swift or Speed slot 2. So you don't have to go for that fastest speed. The one thing that you do need to do, if it's a second turn, 99% of the time, is that you need to put them on will. Okay? Unless they're like super tanky or they have a high resistance. I'll show you some examples right now. This team, my Daphnis is on double nemesis wall, and it's a trap. So in my head, I'm like, okay, when the opponent comes into my defense, they see this defense, and they're like, the only threat, really the only real threat is the Daphnis, right? Because his skill 3 could snipe off one of his units. So they will target this first, and if they get it low enough when it's trying to snipe it off, and if it fails to kill it because this is really tanky, my Daphnis is going to steal a turn and then kill their team off. Again, will. My Wind Panda, not on will, but almost 100% resistance, so that's why I didn't put it on will. It's on destroy. And then finally, the Chandra, which usually doesn't get targeted first, is on violent nemesis. And is really tanky. So that's why I didn't put on Will. Because I know that it's gonna survive most of the time. But this defense is weak against Copper Bulldozer, I believe. It's weak against Copper Bulldozer, so just know that. But this is a second turn team for sure. This team is also on a second turn team. Again, not on Will, but the Belanus, the Belio, right, has this passive where if an opponent falls below 30% from an attack, he gains a turn right away, and the heal comes in, and then everybody's back to normal. I kind of want that, but these are the reasons why these two defenses aren't that working well. If they were all on Will, it might be a different story, but nope, that's not the case. Second turn team again. Will here, Will here, no Will here, but then 100% resistance with the John lead. With John on the Elsharion, this guy doesn't have 100% resistance, but really high resistance. So that's why this defense is doing a lot better. This team, I didn't talk about it, but it is a first turn team. That's what I'm hoping for. But if it doesn't go first turn, it could always be a second turn team because they are all on Will. So those are the three rules of thumb. I mean, I really think that's all about it for Siege defense. To make at least a viable Siege defense, that's all you need to know. So we talked some of the more core parts when you're creating a Siege defense. Now let's look at our guild members and see how they're doing. So let's go. Okay, Master P. First of all, this team, it doesn't go into any of my criteria. This is why I don't like it. Being this kind of tri-element is fine, but why would you bring a resistance leader into a speed team, right? For this team to work, I mean, you have a frigate that should be really fast, but obviously there's people that can outspeed it. So you should bring in a speed leader that will guarantee your frigate gets first turn. And I think this first unit should be a galleon, so that frigate goes, galleon defense breaks, and then the crow one-shots a unit. It should be like that. So I don't get what this is trying to do. Unless he's very confident in his runes that this frigate's on 300, like 210 speed, that they're going first for sure, this team doesn't work. Let's look at his defense logs just to make sure. That defense, boom, 0-0. We're not even using it. Okay, this one is tri-element, but I don't see much of a threat. It's not a bruiser team, right? And this team gets straight up countered by Will. If they bring in a Wusa themselves, this team can't do anything. So not a good team. This team, it is tri-element, but these two are not bruisers. They're very squishy. Well, unless the Perna is like really like build tanky, it could be a bruiserish build, but again, probably not. They're mostly damage dealers. No sustain, no defense break, no speed lead. This team is not taking a turn, so not good. This team, you have an attack by booster, an attack buff. You have a defense breaker, a single target defense break, and a Lucia, but not tri-element. So no, not gonna work. This was a meta defense a while ago, and it worked then, and it could still work. I still see some of my guildmates use it. So I'm not going to talk much about this because this is a bruiser team. Usually the Aegir is pretty tanky, the Skogul is really tanky, and the Triano is really tanky. I don't like this defense too much, but people still use it. But again, it doesn't go into the tri-element part. It's a bruiser team. They should all be on Will. I don't want to show you the runes, but I'm pretty sure they're not all on Will, and this is level 35. This one. Okay, this one again is fine. It's bringing the speed lead for the Shainas. The Shaina should be on a Swift build because in G1 they won't have a 280, 290 violence set. So Swift 280, 290. The Garo ensures that the Shaina goes, and the Martina, you know, just goes after. So this is okay. This one has a strip. I see how it's what it's trying to do, but because without defense break, I don't know if this will finish off the opponent too quickly. So no, but I see that this player, this guildmate, is trying to follow most of the tri element rule. So he's not doing. It's not that bad. This one is a no. Just bring in what? Just bringing in a destroy Camilla plus another water unit that does some damage. Then this is GG. This thing can't do anything. And you can see because of that, we don't use his defense much. You can see that wow, this got a win. It must have been from last siege because that last siege battle was really bad. But you can see that most of them are getting losses even when we put them up. This one, this is the only defense that kind of makes sense. But if it's in this kind of defense, I really like the Rocky a little tanky, and I'll use it solely for control and defense break. But yeah, so that was this guildmate. Let's look at this guildmate. You can see that most of it is not tri-element. So here is tri-element, but again, no speed lead, no attack bar booster, no defense break. Unless this guy does defense break, but I don't like this team. This one also not tri-element, a random attack buff. I mean, there is an attack bar booster, but the attack buff is doing nothing. I don't like the Bastet. I'll replace it for some kind of fire unit, probably like a Harmonia, which makes a lot more sense. And that could probably work, right? Here, not tri-element, just bring in a water unit. Like Camilla solos this. I think even a Aegir solos this. Yeah, not good. Here, not tri-element again. Lucian food. Not tri-element again. Not tri-element again. Not tri-element again. This one's okay. And this one's okay. I don't know why we are even using this defense, but you see that defense number is 1, the tower number is 1. Our inner towers are super weak because we don't have any good guild members that have good defenses. And if you look at his record, this one has a win, loss, and loss. As you can see, we are not using his defenses because, again, not tri-element, no threat, no good. There's nothing that matches the criteria. I really want to show the runes, but because I want to show if they're all on will. But for these kind of defenses here, first of all, if they don't have the tri-element condition met, being on will doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to show you the defenses for the people that actually attack. Let's look at this one. Again, no tri-element, guys. No tri-element, no good. This one's okay. It's a bruiser comp. Yeah, but this is gonna take a very long time to kill a unit unless the opponent comes in with really squishy units. But I doubt they will do that because if they see this, the middle girl, they'll come in with the tinky comp. Okay, this is okay. Not tri-element, but a ragdoll. Okay, tri-element. So this one is tri-element, but I see no threat. Like okay, strip and then control. And then this guy does the follow-up damage. I don't think without defense break, it's not gonna do anything. This one's okay. This one's the only one okay that I see right now. Okay, this one could be okay too, but no attack buff. So it's gonna take forever for this guy to get 5 stacks. So I don't see how this is gonna work. I don't know why this one's in a defense, in a tower, because this is really bad as well. And here too, really bad. No attack buff. I mean, this is tri-element, but there are units like this that has a condition. It needs to have invincibility plus attack buff to do something. So I don't know why they will bring in teams like this. If you look at his defense log, a loss right here. 2 losses right there. I don't know why that, again, that's in the tower. And you can see that we're not using it. We'll look at one more and then end the video. Okay, so this guy is some kind of, I guess, a part of our guild leader, one of the leaders. Tri-element, cool. This one is okay. I really like the Vigor better, but Orion works as well. This one was meta a while ago too, before Vigor like just took over. But this one does work. It just has less sustain. More easier to kill. Tri-element, so this works. I don't know, you guys might not like it, but I kind of do. It's not really fast, so I really hope these are all on will. But if it does take a turn, it will do a lot of damage. This one, okay too, but again, if it has like a Clara or Orion or something like that, a booster or someone that needs to take first turn, I like a speed lead better. So rather than this, I will make my Shina super fast, and I will create a Zenobia, which has the 24% guild speed leader lead, and use the 3 boomerang and Chakra Dancer combo. I think that's a lot better. And I think some people in G3 actually uses that defense. Tri Element, okay. Tri Element. Not Tri Element, but again, I told you that this kind of works. Tri Element, Tri Element, Tri Element, Tri Element. So I just see that because the defense is a Tri Element, and it has a character, right? This is going first, going kind of first, I think. But I think that's what it's trying to do. It's control, right? I wish this was a speed lead though, but oh well. This is a bruiser team, right? Bruiser team. Theo Mars, if it's built tanky, it's pretty tanky, and it does a lot of damage too. See that it has a character, so we put his defense in a lot of our towers, and if you look at his log, I mean, he is losing, but by having more logs means we are using his defense. And also it is winning. You can see here it's winning, it's sometimes winning. This is also winning. I mean, it's only 1 week into the siege battle for the new season, so we don't have that much sample data, but you can see that it is being used a lot. So guys, that's it for today. You guys saw what some good siege defenses are, or what type of siege defenses are good to make, and what condition you guys need to follow. I want to reiterate again, you guys should follow the tri-element rule. You guys should have a character, right? If you want to go first, you have a speed booster or something like Clara, which disrupts their team. You want to take a speed leader, and then I think also if it's a bruiser comp, you should have everybody on violent, right? Because bruiser comps itself, if it doesn't take enough turns, it can't kill off the opponent's units. So it should be on violent to take multiple turns so that it can stack its damage to kill off their units. And will is a plus on all defenses, on all the defenses. For some where it's okay, in some cases, is that your resistance is close to 100% or is 100%. That's the only way I see it that it's okay. Or you are guaranteed to take first turn, you believe in it. So then, if that's the case, you should have a speed leader with a really fast speed booster or Clara. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction video in the beginning. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to do in Summoners War, please put a comment below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give me a like. And if you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing because it really helps. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!